It's really good. Really, really good. Welcome to another Impromptu Monday, where I practically slack off and cook something for the first time ill-prepared. Today, we're making a tagine recipe from the 1930s from Syria. I came across this when I was doing my research for my whether tagine retains better moisture video. I found this recipe on Wikipedia by a historian called al-Adim. Basically, the recipe is very simple. You can find it on Wiki or with my cheat sheet. It says, boil the meat and fry with fresh coriander, onions, plural, hot spices, and a little garlic. Then pick out the Fennel Hearts, cut in half, put over the meat, put back some of the broth along with sheep's tail. Boil until cooked and the broth has absorbed. Now, I tried, I couldn't find sheep's tail, but my butcher assured me that oxtail would almost be as good. In terms of the recipe, there's so much ambiguity that it's really open to interpretation. So I picked one of my favorite braising joint, which is the lamb shoulder. I would assume in 1930s Syria, they would be using mutton, which probably explains why the dish is quite bland, but lamb shoulder would have to do the job. And in terms of spices, believe it or not, I even kept the packaging for the first time. I found Aleppo spice, where the historian is from, so I hope this would deliver. Now, shall we? Okay, so first, we boil the meat. It never mentions seasoning. I assume they would forgive me for using a bit of salt. Let's boil the tail as well, just to be sure. The fact that they believed they could form a soup from boiling, it has to be mutton. All right, while that's boiling, we prep our vegetables. All right, first we deal with the onions. Fine dice, nothing crazy, and nothing too coarse. Yeah, I think that's acceptable for me. Oh. Every time Impromptu Monday, I cut myself. I don't know why. Is it because of the lack of preparation that I slice my thumb more easily? Ugh. Crazy. If you guys are too young, by the way, to ever have watched Jacques Pepin, I really recommend that you watch a video of Mr. Jacques Pepin chopping garlic. The guy is the guy's a living legend, but also a living garlic crusher. It's just so satisfying. I think when I saw that video for the first time, I watched it on loop. After you finish watching this, of course. But the best is when you watch Mr. Pepin debone a chicken. That's real food porn, guys. Not one of those TikTok nonsense, but genuine food porn. When he debones a full chicken with 5 incisions. Oh, crazy. The sound you're hearing is my cufflink hitting my knife. I think that's good enough. You know, when I say coarsely chop, I actually chop it coarsely. When Marco Pierre White says coarsely chop, I'm a home cook. That's mincing. Now, coriander. Again, you're supposed to fry fresh coriander with the recipe. I think we'll add it from the get-go then. I like coriander. And it's the first herb on the recipe. Maybe this much? Shall we say this much? Again, maybe not too fine because we're frying it, stir frying it with the lamb. Although the stalks may be a bit fine. Stalks are flavor, man. Never throw them away if you like coriander. If you don't like coriander, this recipe is probably not for you. I think that's good. Aleppo spice mix. I think a good 2 teaspoons. I think that's enough. That's more than enough. I think we can cook, shall we? Since the meat is quite moist, I'm not gonna wait for the pan to get too hot because it's gonna splash. Eventually everything will brown anyway, so I think we're okay. Surface moisture. Oh, it pains me to do this. All right, let's go. Oh, it's painful to watch. I'm saving the oxtail here, of course, and the broth. We're splashing because of the moisture. It's okay. It's Impromptu Monday. So technically, I suppose you're supposed to sweat everything together, but I don't know. I cannot bring myself to add the veg before it truly browns a bit. I don't know. I'm a bit torn right now. Let's follow the bloody recipe. Let's go. It's so wrong. This is so wrong. I really should have tasted the spice before, but oh, it's not that spicy. A lot of cumin, I think. I think we have to salt, even though I think salt is implied, or maybe muttons are just so flavors back in the day. I will refrain from adding black pepper, ginger and daikon, if you've been following me. Well, it's making a mockery out of the term browning, but that's probably my fault, not the recipes. We'll get there, we'll get there. I think splashing was not an issue for them. For 1930 Syria. We can do more. I mean, it's the only seasoning, really, besides salt. And the Fennel Hearts, if you believe that works. It's like people adding a garlic, a whole garlic to pilaf when it cooks. The rice takes like, what, 20-30 minutes to cook? I would be so amazed if the garlic actually imparted any flavor. I think the problem is when you actually fry them with the vegetables, it's very hard to get a good browning. But maybe they never wanted browning. That's why they boil the veg beforehand. In that case, what is there to lose? Let's go. I feel like I'm not even allowed to garnish with coriander at the end because that's not in the recipe. But we both know after the camera's off, there's gonna be chili sauce, hot sauce, coriander, ginger, scallion. But on camera, we're professionals. Garlic goes in. We might even lower the heat a little bit. Yep, I think we're there. Okay, now, the fennel heart gets cut in half. I don't know the definition of heart. I would assume not the top part. So there you go. Now, I think this is probably the heart. Maybe we do this. Boom. And boom. Goes on top. Looks beautiful enough. And then the sheep's tail, which in our case is the oxtail, goes in. Let's go in the middle. And we pour the liquid on top. Maybe we start with that and see where we go. And to quote the great Marco Pierre White, when it's cooked, it's cooked. But because it's lamb shoulder, let's give it 3 hours, and I'll see you then. Oops. Alright, it's been 3.5 hours. As you can see, my lid is off. I realized that for them to be absorbed, which in reality is evaporation, I had to take the lid off. So it's been lid off, medium heat for 30 more minutes. Just before that, I also skimmed off the fat. That's optional, but because we're using lamb shoulder, it's quite fatty. I just want to show you that there's quite a bit of fat. Now, as you can see, it still has a lot of liquid, but I suspect that the moment you move it around and break them apart, it's gonna form a very even layer. So I'm reluctant to evaporate more. Now, you can see this is falling apart. Even the fat is falling apart. Everything is spoon tender. I'll assume I'll just pull it apart and serve it with a bit of brown rice. I mean, traditionally, I'm sure you cook it with couscous, but I am so bad at cooking couscous that it's a joke. Now, let's taste. Oh wow, it's incredible. So, let's be very fair. Anytime you cook a piece of lamb shoulder for more than 3 hours, it's gonna be tasty. Yes, Christina, I'm talking to you. I think what separated the dish from most recipes is A, we added the coriander from the beginning, which you can actually tell the difference. And B, because of the long cooking time, unlike the garlic in ploufs, you can actually taste the fennel. It's not there for window dressing. I think it's a brilliant dish. I will write up an essay in description as my post-eating review. And there you have it, Mr. Al-Adim's recipe from 800 years ago. I hope you enjoy. Brilliant. Let's cook some brown rice, huh?